Well, we are tracking the tropics tonight. Here is a live look at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans tonight. Dangerous conditions as Hurricane Francine just made landfall as a Category 2 storm. And Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Noah Bergeron has the latest tonight.
Okay, so yeah, Cat 2, low-lying area. This could be some big troubles over there.
Yeah, and the wind is going to go right for downtown New Orleans. I think for a lot of people, this will be a longer-lasting storm than they may have thought for just being a Cat 2, because they're going to get the worst of the wind right into the most populated part of New Orleans. With them getting the eastern eye wall and then the entire eye, there could not be probably a worse angle for a hurricane to hit New Orleans, for at least for wind, than this orientation. So as of 6 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Central, Category 2 with 100-mile-an-hour sustained winds, gusts to 105. The pressure at landfall was 972 millibars, and the movement officially was 17 miles an hour. Here's the view from base St. Louis, so a little bit further away still, but you can see that storm surge coming in. And I've been looking at some of our Fox weather friends and colleagues who are out there covering this, and there's some significant surge really starting to build. And I gotta tell you, this storm has intensified even more than I thought it was going to the hours leading up to landfall. There's a lot of shear out there. There's a lot of dry air over Texas, and this hurricane has said, nope, going to still intensify. Just goes to show you how warm those waters are, which we've talked about since March over the Atlantic, in this case over the Gulf of Mexico. So here's the zoom in of the radar. You can see the northern and eastern eye wall is extremely fierce right now, and it's a giant eye. From edge to edge, 85 miles wide from where the eastern eye wall is and the western eye wall there, as you see there on the radar reflectivity. In terms of winds, you see here, these are sustained winds. These are not gusts, and these are actually being recorded from the radar. You see here 116 miles an hour, 80 over here, 80 to 90, and that wind is moving straight towards the city of New Orleans, which on its current heading, the center of the eye would be in New Orleans about 9:50 coming up this evening. In terms of rotation, there's not much in those outer bands yet, but that'll be changing over the coming hours. All right, here's locally the view from downtown. Now, we're getting an extra surge of tropical air because of the hurricane in central Florida right now. There's the view from Lake Fairview, some showers out there. Nothing severe is expected tonight. The majority of the showers right now are west of the metro, and some of these are going to back build in towards the I-4 corridor as we go through the evening. In terms of the hurricane, you see here the pressure readings offshore and approaching New Orleans, starting to get down there. In terms of wind gusts, about 40 or so currently being recorded in the city of New Orleans. There was a buoy in an oil rig offshore that recorded a sustained wind of 112 earlier this evening. All right, so as the 6 o'clock advisory, sustained winds of 100, it's a Category 2 hurricane. There you see the zoom in of the infrared satellite there. Here's the latest track of this. Major impacts tonight to New Orleans, then up through Mississippi overnight, then becoming a tropical depression, and the remnants become a big rainmaker heading up towards Mississippi. All right, so something I want to make mention to you here, we're going to talk about this more coming up for you, is there will be a significant threat for tornadoes tonight in Florida, up in the Panhandle in the middle of the night heading into tomorrow morning from this outer band that will rip across the I-10 corridor, and that will stretch up into parts of Alabama tomorrow. Now, those storms will make it towards our area tomorrow evening, but they will not carry a threat for tornadoes once they get to Orlando about 6, 7 o'clock Thursday evening. So high chances of rain and storms the next 2 days. Then finally, if you've been waiting for some drier weather, that will be arriving as we head into next week.